Today it's time for our next round of a Trump administration Jeopardy. And our topic is none other than Donald Trump's disgust. How do we see disgust on Trump's face? The most characteristic way is when he has an upper chin thrust. It just pushes north. It pushes north so frequently, in fact, that the skin around his chin is starting to get patchy, wobbly, loose from the frequency of this expression. He also raises the upper lip and lowers the lower lip simultaneously. That's the Cheerio version of disgust. And finally, when he's really strongly feeling disgust, what happens? The upper lip curls and the nose wrinkles, as if something smells bad, tastes bad, literally or metaphorically. What in Trump's life tastes bad, smells bad? Well, we can go all the way back to childhood. His brother died. He was an alcoholic. Trump's grandfather was dead of pneumonia by the age of 13. Trump is a self-confessed germaphobe. He doesn't shake hands readily. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink. So those are his personal habits. But there's a larger dimension to disgust for Trump that we have to cover. One is how it affects his view on race relations. This is a man who grew up in Queens. He's described his childhood home as an oasis. Well, does that mean that the Queens around him was a desert? And if so, it's a desert increasingly filled with people who are brown and black-skinned. Trump has, of course, put down Mexicans as rapists, as murderers, as drug dealers. Is he not, in fact, Archie Bunker writ large, someone who's half a century behind where America is moving? Is that what fills Trump with disgust? I think it's true in part. But it's also that he's fed up. This, the most amoral of presidents, has a moral dimension to his disgust. That he thinks we have incompetent people running the country. That things need to change. That he can be the savior. Well, that's interesting because the savior cares about people. They show empathy. They show compassion. Disgust as an emotion is an intimacy-killing emotion. It means that you found people revolting in some way, that you reject them. And that is the dangerous dynamic, that we're led by someone who professes to care about people's lives and improve their lives, and yet seemingly is very distant from people. It's only his very large ego that he's closest to.